Is this down? Where's this at?
It's a public.
We'll point it out on the map. Oh, that's right, we don't have a map on the wall.
Here, there's one.
Tough crowd today.
It's up north though.
Northeast 170, so it'd be 3 miles past K-19.
Yes.
Anywhere from there.
Oh,
It
it
just
just
gives
goes
them
there
wiggle.
281. Well, I mean, 170th and then it cuts out where northern stuff all angles up through there.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up to northeast 140, northeast 40th is where it crosses at 210th.
Are they just fixing a?
Yeah, it's just normal maintenance type stuff they have.
They're just gonna have to dig up the road or?
And no, they're gonna dig up the road, but that we'd have to have a long discussion about.
Yeah.
I need to sign that too.
We probably need a
We
motion.
need a motion.
To approve it,
Yes.
do they have the number,
Oh,
number or
They
anything?
would be 2021 03.
So they, one be 2021-03 and one be 2020-04?
They'd be all
Are
the
they
same, no,
saying?
they'd be all the same.
Okay, I make a, request that we approve road crossing permit 2021-03.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, we approve the permit application 2021-03. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
That's actually on the east side of
281.
281.
Yes.
That's right there.
Northern has a bunch of
Right
lines
there by the
across.
reclaim. The reclaim's right there. It'd be right there at that Outfitters Lodge.
Is that what that lodge
Shane
is?
Smith outfit and deal.
I didn't realize that was his
Yeah.
deal.
You can give it back to, or do I have to sign it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
but you're okay.
Yeah, it's
with
got
the
that
stamp
there
on
on
it?
sure.
I think I'll, let's see.
That's not quite.
Yeah, this doesn't have the road names on it. Yeah.
Anything else, Bill?
They awarded the striping contract for this fall for the stuff that we will, for the northwest corner that we'll be doing after we overlay the seal.
Okay.
And it came in at 261,755. So we have to sign off on it. And
It's a grant, basically, though.
yeah, we have no cost in it.
Okay.
Because they pay for it, they pay for the engineering, and they also pay for it'll come out of our budget for a bit, and then we'll get reimbursed.
And that's from KDOT.
Yes.
How many miles will that be for?
52, I believe.
Jeez.
It's a little cheaper than the last one.
Yeah.
They actually had 3 bidders this time. But
I'm thinking I need to start up striping.
well, the cost of most of this is the epoxy paint.
Really?
Yes. It's a lot more expensive than the latex.
$5,000 a mile to get striped.
Yikes.
Well, it's still cheaper than the last one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, you look down there, and I don't know if Clay's been down since they finished striping them, but it's bright.
There on the stamp
Yeah.
road.
Yes.
Yeah, I went down it yesterday.
It was
Looks
funny,
good.
a couple of weeks ago when they went down there and put the
Drip line.
comments, well, those stripes aren't very wide.
Yeah. Somebody said that to me too. Well, that's a waste of money.
They do.
First, we're not paying for
They do
it.
a marker.
They call it a drip line, so it's just.
It's just a little, yeah, it's down by mom's house too. I got
And
questions.
it goes, you know,
Oh,
to make
Yeah,
the
I
center
can't remember.
line.
who
It's
said-
just the
That
way
looks
they
like
do
a
it.
waste of money.
how do they
Times are
determine
hard.
where the center road is? I know when you guys used to do it once in a while.
I don't know how they determined it.
Yeah.
So, it was funny because I got a phone call one day about a phone line being chopped into. And it was AT&T calling, and I said, we haven't dug any holes. Well, it's got your post in it. And I said, where'd you at? He told me where it's at, and I said, I'll get you to the person that's responsible for this because it's not Stafford County. They were putting a new passing zone fence in,
Yeah,
and they did call for a locate, and they ended up chopping a line into
Oh,
south
wow.
of Stafford, just right south of the Neola Road.
so on that striping, they put up no passing signs?
And it has, the no passing zones are re-engineered.
Yeah.
Because we did them, they were all line of sight, so they were wrong. Because when we were going to err on the side of caution, not on the side of getting our rear in trouble, so.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they put all.
and then they put up the signs too. They're in charge of all the signs, right? Are they in charge of the maintenance of all the signs? The same company that's doing the striping?
Yeah, they put the new ones up.
Yeah, put the new ones up.
And so we went in and took ours down before.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want them taking off with ours, because they're still very usable.
But they put them up, but then it's our responsibility
Yeah,
to take them.
there are signs, yes, after they sign off on the project, so there'll be a big, whatever that bill was, that will come through for paying of them, and then we'll, after we get the check cleared and all that stuff, we'll certificate, then we'll get reimbursed.
Century
Yeah.
Fence
And
Company?
it's just,
Century Fence Company,
it's just strange, because we're gonna have 3 of these all in 1 year.
okay.
Pewaukee,
bridge.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
We have the two private projects, so it's gonna be
Isn't it
close to
Pewaukee?
$800,000.
Milwaukee, yep.
Yeah.
So it's, I've never experienced it.
Oh.
The long they've had.
To make a
everything
motion on
change-
that.
Everything changes.
Hopefully they come through with reimbursement.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah, unless the state goes in between now.
Yeah. Is there a, you guys, I guess, have to wait for the river to go down? Or you can put in that low water crossing, tear out that bridge?
I got to call him and find out where he's at on that, because I haven't seen any plans on that, and we need to get started on it, so
Yeah.
we're not doing it when it, and then, so it's not inconveniencing them guys too long. Of course, I'm sure if I did it in the winter time, some of them would be hollering because of the hunters that won't back up in there.
Well, they got waders for duck hunting, so they wade across the river.
Well,
Airboats.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we accept a contract from Century Fence Co. for $261,755 for striping, road striping.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, we accept the bid from Century Fence. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Which will be no cost to the county.
Yes, in
Yeah.
all caps.
yeah.
There was just
I
one of
guess there's
those, right?
spot for me to sign on there.
But do you think you'll get that tore out this year?
I would like to get it done, yes.
Probably
It
underwater
should
now.
do.
Yeah, it's underwater almost.
I would say.
No, the bridge, you mean?
Yeah, it's pretty wet right now.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
if you
bridge
could,
sits up, I mean, the creek, I mean, I don't know how you've been back up in there, but that thing really spreads out.
Is that the one, you're talking up north of town?
yeah, where you gotta take, yeah, North Cody Dix.
Yeah.
Gotta take down the fence. Is Jerry Long all right with everything you're doing there?
Jerry didn't have the problem with it, but when we originally, at one time we tried to close the road, and it was more of a problem with my herders, because my herders have a pasture back up in there that they can't access it. You can't landlock somebody, they have to have access to it. And at that time, I didn't realize that that's what it did, so I was no big deal.
It wouldn't actually be landlocked, there's the other corner of that. But it's kind of a swampy area,
Oh, yeah, that's why,
the
yeah,
northwest corner.
yeah, that's why I think nothing was ever built that mile, there's nothing in through that, mile there.
Yeah.
Goes from 80th, you go up to 90th, and there's nothing in between there, and that would be my guess why that road was never open.
Mhm.
And you can look down, look out over there, when you're south of Jerry Long's there, and look and see, yeah, that's, yeah.
I'll have to stamp this and send it down.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, I was running behind this morning.
Huh?
I was running a little bit behind this morning,
That's
helping
all right.
somebody.
And that's all I have.
Truck's here?
Looks
Oh, you
good.
got it dirty?
We ended up having
No, just
to go get some sideboard made for it, because the bed's pretty low. And so we went to Scott's Welding and just matched it up with some stainless sideboards. And they will be able to be lifted off so we can not have a problem when we put the spreader in, so. It's up there right now, and then we should be ready to go with it.
So that got an automatic tarp on it,
This truck.
sideboard won't, yep, the taller sideboards won't affect the tarp.
No, because it sits up pretty high.
Okay.
We're opening up those bids next week, right, Nita? For the old truck?
Have you gotten any yet?
Yeah, have you got?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Is it posted in the paper?
I sent it to him. Was it in the paper? I don't read the papers.
I don't know, I would have to look.
I don't read the paper.
It's ready for you, I don't.
Shannon?
Hey Shannon.
Yeah, it's all right, I'll come up and do that.
Okay, so you're good with this?
Is this what we're looking at?
Yeah,
No,
no,
that's the
no.
hospital.
it's, this is what we're looking at.
Oh, I guess you have a part in this as well, don't you?
Well,
Did Mike look at it as well?
What's that?
That resolution from last week?
The rescinding of the resolution.
Or the mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Does that look good to you?
I don't think we're being premature. How many?
We don't have any active cases right now, but I went back and counted, and since last Monday, I think it was the 15th, this month, last Monday, to yesterday, we've only had 10 people tested, and half of those were pre-procedure testing. So I feel like there is a major drop-off in testing happening also. So,
Do we need to put a number on the
Yeah, I think-
resolution?
Is that resolution 2021 dash?
There you find it.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
14.
I don't wanna give the impression that, you know, we're done with this and everything's back to normal. But I feel that people who want to wear a mask will continue wearing masks.
right. And I am, because we're still vaccinating huge groups of people.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to keep myself safe and the people that I'm going to be vaccinating safe.
Rightly so.
Because, I mean, we're going to do 200 vaccines again on Friday, so.
So
What's
what-
your count up to? on the vaccines, with that 200?
With that 200, we will have 860 people fully vaccinated with Moderna and 660 with their first doses. And we are also doing Johnson & Johnson vaccine in the office during the week because we only have to get groups of 5 for that one. We only got 100 doses of that shipped, and I don't know when we're gonna get more of that. But the pharmacy did 15 doses of that, and we will have, by the end of this week, done 85.
Okay. So you said 860 and then 660
Mhm.
of the first doses. So can you say we've done 1,500 vaccinations for Stafford County? Okay. So we're almost probably 50%.
It would be if people come and get their second one.
Yeah, because we've had several people not show for their second dose, and some people have called and said, I'm not going to get it.
Huh.
Okay,
So what do you
so,
do with the second dose?
So that happened last week, and we ended up, we knew of somebody that had called and wanted a first dose, so we called and asked them to come in so that we didn't waste doses, and then we were having a hard time, we went through our list whenever we got back to the office, trying to call people to come in and couldn't get anybody to answer the phone, so that's why I posted on Facebook, we've got this many doses, first come, first serve, come get them, and we did have people come.
mhm.
So we didn't end up wasting any doses.
So there's no difference between your first dose and your second dose?
There's not, but it turns into a bit of a pickle for us if we
Yeah.
give somebody a first dose out of our second dose stock, because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to give those people their second dose, because we won't get a shipment to cover them. So whenever those people come in, I let them fully know what the deal is whenever they're taking that dose, and let them know we will make every effort to work them in for their second one, or that they can go to a big chain pharmacy and see if they can get their second one there.
Did they give you any reason of why they got their first dose and now they don't want their second dose?
Some people didn't, some people did. Some people just flat didn't show up and didn't answer the phone when we tried to call them.
So,
So it's a minimum of 90, or what?
28 days
28
between doses.
Is there a maximum? So even 6 months out, they could get their second dose. And all that's doing is just boosting the titer, right?
Yes. So they didn't really study the reason that they say the 28 days and they would prefer that you get it within 6 weeks is because they didn't study how well the antibodies will build after that 6-week time frame. But really, there's no end date on getting your second dose. You can still get it anytime.
What's our total population for?
I thought it was
4,000.
42.
42 change.
So you figure, are 1,000 of those kids under 18
Probably.
at least?
And they haven't come out with a
Yeah.
study yet on the
So you really
vaccine on
can't
the
count,
younger groups.
yeah, you really can't count those as,
Yeah, you can get
People.
close to 50%.
yeah.
But the magic number is 75.
75 to 80, yeah, for herd immunity.
So Todd,
I'm not gonna push it over the edge.
Well, my only question is, okay, if we do this, what's the trigger point to going back?
We can go back anytime we want, I think.
Well, I understand that, but, I mean, what, I know we don't wanna do it if you, but I mean, if we,
I'd say we just have to discuss it at that point. You know, instead of set a line and say this is the number that we're gonna do it at.
So like if we have 10 actives again, we want to discuss it again?
Yeah,
See-
I mean, if
that's
you think we
my
have a,
thoughts.
if you think we have a flare up or something's going on, we need to discuss it and
Because
Maybe do
just
something.
from thinking from the contact tracing standpoint, like, we had one case list 30 contacts, so I'm just like, I don't want to let it snowball too far before we go back and put a measure in place to kind of protect
Mhm.
people again. Because I mean, even though we vaccinated those people, they can still get sick. Because there's variants out that may not 100% be taken care of with the vaccine.
So if the businesses still require, then they can do
Mhm.
whatever they want to.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
school is under separate guidelines.
Mhm.
I think the schools are planning on just finishing up the year where they are.
I would think.
I think that's a good idea,
Yeah, I would
just
think
so that they
that'd be a
can
very good idea myself,
keep doing what they're doing.
but that's still their show to run.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
yeah. And I'm still going to ask whenever people come in to get vaccinated that they wear a mask, just because we're really up in their space to give them their vaccine, and we're putting a large group of people together that aren't typically together. So just to make sure that everybody is safe, I would prefer that at our vaccine clinics also.
You can do this?
Yes.
You can do this? I make a motion that we approve resolution 2021-14.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, we adopt resolution 2021-14. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. It is the middle of March and we're already up to 14 resolutions.
Well, we had transfer resolutions from last year that
That's
should not
right.
have been on this year.
Who knows how long it's gonna take for this whole thing to play out.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Thanks.
All right,
Good luck
thanks.
Friday.
Thank you.
But I don't think we are.
I think this will string on for years.
So, well, as long as they tweak their vaccine and give you a finished report, they'll be fine. That's gonna be the big thing.
Have you gotten the vaccine yet?
I will get my first dose Friday. Finally met the criteria for time passed after the
How's,
infusion.
is it 90 days?
I have to wait, I had to wait 90 days because I had that infusion. If you've had COVID and didn't get an infusion, you only have to be 2 weeks out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A lot of your
'Cause-
guys got it, didn't they?
Oh, but 2, so
But I
that's,
thought
that was
most
pretty
of them
good.
came through,
Yeah.
so.
So now the southern hemisphere is at peak levels now. Brazil and,
Yeah, they're really having a problem.
because, you know, it's,
But Italy's having a problem again
Yeah.
too. But I think, I mean, that's, our world is not their world by any
No,
means.
no.
I mean, not us out here in the wide open spaces,
Yeah.
and that's not a bad thing, is it?
No, it isn't.
All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thank you guys. Holler, I'll come back.
Okay,
And make a motion that we approve the minutes of the
Yeah.
March 17th, 2021 meeting.
Second?
moving second, we adopt the minutes of March 17th, 2021. All in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carried.
And make a motion that we approve the tax roll correction.
Second?
Been moved and seconded, we adopt the tax roll corrections. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
Did you get a chance to look at the contracts, the two hospital contracts?
I did.
Are you good with both of them?
Yeah, they added just a little bit of language that, and it's not enough to argue about. I mean, it's just more
Okay.
wordy stuff. I don't know where it came from, but I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still,
Non-recourse.
yeah,
so we're good?
yep,
Okay, we're
yep,
good.
Yes.
I think you're good. I'm gonna step to the
Okay.
courthouse with Mr. Nusser, and I'll come back, or if you need something, I can.
I think we're probably about done.
Okay. Okay.
We'll recess for a little bit.
Yes, he did not.
I know,
He should get
that's the reason
scolded.
I was waiting.
Waiting patiently.
I just had to evaluate all but one I'm having trouble catching. And plus I have a salary step increase.
You want an
Do you want to
executive
discuss any
session?
of those in executive session?
No, they just,
There's nothing.
come over, that's fine.
Are those the dispatchers too, or just?
Yes, it's everybody.
Oh, cool.
Like I say, it's all but the one that I haven't got his signed. I guess they could look at it though, couldn't they? All right, I'll just-
We could sign it.
Catching Clayton is
That's
always
fine,
the hardest
yeah,
thing to do.
as
That's
long
one he just hasn't signed yet.
We'll just catch him.
But I can go ahead and sign it.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are okay with it, or
Yeah.
if you wanna wait, that's up to you. Who's that?
You and Steve? Excuse me. Now, that's a note I spent my, see,
Do you want it?
yeah, I got that in here, that is, I forgot I had that in there. I didn't change.
So Bill's back in dispatching now?
Yeah.
To get bored of retirement.
He's always basically done part-time stuff for us. He's probably gonna go full-time dispatch.
March or April 1 on this.
I'd like to be March on it. It's my fault, I should have had it here sooner. First one, go ahead. If it's
Yeah,
not
if we
too
could
late. If
do,
it's
yeah,
not-
no, if she gets it today, she'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, we had a dispatcher resign, but we're back up to full staff already as soon as her last day's up and everything.
Is this, did you do Luana's?
No,
Or did she do herself?
no, she wrote that one, yeah, I had her fill it out. That's my note here that I had on it. And I was busy with cows at the time and
Yeah,
unfortunately, I wished I wouldn't have been, but
that's something.
it's, I had her do the dispatcher since she works directly with them and I did my officers.
Did you do Melinda's stuff?
Yes, I told her to go ahead and finish with the same.
Her own. Did you have Melinda evaluate herself?
Oh, okay, that's what.
I knew that's what you were asking.
Okay.
Wow, that would be slick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Overall, they're doing pretty good. I'm excited about my new officer next month.
Are you
Well-
full staff on the dispatchers?
I am, because we had a part-time, even though we had one resign, we promote
Reviewers.
within, and Bill's been
Rob
actually,
needs to sign
because he was
those too,
working
where it
at
says
a
supervisor.
school, at Stafford School, I guess.
Right.
And he's gonna resign from there, from my understanding, he's come back to dispatching.
What was he doing over there?
The janitor, I believe.
Who?
Right.
Bill was,
Yeah,
He was?
over at Stafford School, yeah.
yeah.
And he's gonna do the hardest one for us to fill besides the nighttime. He does that swing shift, works 2 night shifts, 2 evening shifts, and a day shift and throughout the week. and
That'd be
stuff.
terrible changing around.
I can't do it.
He has, but the way he can sleep at night and day doesn't seem to bother him for some reason.
Really?
Me, it throws me out of whack,
Yeah.
so. And then the only other thing I had was a step increase for David Yieldstein, the deputy. He's been due for a long time, it's just gotten by me and so on, but I mean, he does his job well.
Does he like cows?
Is
He's,
he
Nah,
the one
he
that's
was
up
part
by
of the
Peace Church?
yes, he's the one up on Peace Church that's up there.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, he's not afraid to take on anything new, and he does anything I ask him, so I can't beat that. I mean, of course, I always tell him, you're not doing anything I haven't done myself, so he's never batted an eye about it. You know, take a look at the steps, I forgot to tell you. the steps,
After
I'm
you
sorry.
sign them, hand them to Rob so he can sign them, please. Those forms. You need to sign those.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
On
is?
George's birthday.
Okay.
Same research?
It's on
Yeah.
George's birthday.
Yes.
18,
Today's,
50 cents
He
now.
was very excited this morning when
I
he
put
woke
that
up
to
for his
20.
birthday.
I put one of those or
You're
two of
fine.
those.
That was the 23rd reason I
It
kept
doesn't
thinking, I thought that was,
It's okay.
My mistake.
Okay, I'll make that the 24th instead.
It's okay.
Okay.
I have another deputy that's actually due for one, but he's gonna have to wait a while before, he's gonna have to step up a little bit before
Okay.
he'll get an increase. He's doing it now, but I wanna make sure it continues.
Okay.
I make a motion that we increase David Eulenstein from range 8, step 4 to range 8, step 5, effective 3/20,
Yeah.
3/23/21.
Second?
Been moved and seconded, we do a step 8 increase for David. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Let's see, is there anything else I need to
Do you know the one that took over the Circle K feeders, the young kid? Lives in Rainier.
Yeah,
I didn't know if he's.
I heard that, I heard his name the other day. I guess he's been managing Circle K, and then he's also taken over Bob Standish's.
Last month, he took a lease on Bob Standish's.
Really?
I didn't know about him either.
I don't know who it is.
He's a younger guy, he used to live here in St. John.
Oh, it's not, is it the kid that went to work for ILS? He lived here.
Taylor?
No, not Ty Taylor.
He's a farrier now.
I don't think it would be that guy because he was more of an office guy for
The guy that
ILS.
lived down in Rob Pound's house?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be him.
I
He's in the
thought he
office.
lived up on,
Yeah. Well, no,
Main
that's
Street,
Wample,
Ninth and
that's
Main.
Wample's brother, yeah. I was thinking of a different guy, but I don't think it would be
There was always
him. He runs Great Bend.
a Golden Well
feeding
feeder truck
wells.
or there was always a cattle truck up there for a while. I don't know his name, but everyone they thought he was a good guy. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, really. Because the rest of it was handled through Bowman's out of Pawnee County.
Yeah.
So they got that coming on the move.
Misty's bringing in her evaluations next week, and then we'll.
They bring in gooseneck trailers or semis?
The first time we used, they took, it was two different trips. It took us half the day easy on those. They were using goosenecks and everything else, and they would haul them back up Circle K and then come back and get another load and stuff. But Saturday morning, for the ones that were on the highway, we just were half a mile up on the dirt road, and we put all the panels on, and we just run 2 semis with one gooseneck with it, and it carried the calves. And about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and they were loaded and gone.
Mhm.
Everything was torn down and out of there. And so they had it planned out really good, and it worked really swift. And it was,
You keep Clayton's, and then I'll take the rest of them.
when I found Clayton's
Or
there.
you wanna send him up, and I'll have him sign it, whatever you wanna do. I can stick Weber on him.
Okay, you have the increase.
Yes.
Yes, yep.
I'll need a copy of
Okay.
that later. So, that's what we're doing.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Anything? Bryce? Oh, okay. Fair word, Jeremy.